How's it going, everybody? So today I'm going to kind of talk through the small changes and I guess updates to this Taps and Camelback setup. It's been a minute, but let's go ahead and get right into it. We'll start top to bottom and then go left to right. So obviously not too much has changed. Still using the Camelback itself as a harness. I still have these, 1-inch buckles that come in the kits that you usually get issued if you're in the Army or the Marine Corps, to actually be able to mount it. Okay, so that's how that looks. Very simple system. I don't usually use these the ones that come with the Camelback themselves, because then I noticed that the actual tap panel rides a little bit too low. Okay. So, and this is just a little ATAC carrier. Right now I have a notepad in there. Nothing too serious. I do run a Seaburn Camelback. I think if you're going to run a Camelback, you should run a Seaburn one. Because besides that, you risk the chance of it, exploding. These aren't impermeable, obviously, but I've noticed that the Seaburn ones are a lot better. Okay, so it's kind of the top. Go over to the left. Again, I have these little, one buckle right here, another buckle connected, and then they go and they connect to the back. It goes and connects to the back of the Camelback itself, and then I just use the regular Camelback strap. So that's kind of how it attaches from the left side, and then also the right side. So I'm gonna take this off, and then get into the actual task panel itself. What it looks like. Very simple. Alright, so over here on the far left side I have a dump pouch. This dump pouch is actually, you can get it off Amazon. I've looked through a bunch of different dump pouches, and so far this is the best one that I found. There's a couple different things that I like about it. It has a little pocket. In the pocket, those Velcro. I have my camel face paint, but what's really awesome about it is that it's really compact. You're able to fold this thing up and get it out of the way. I put it to the far left because it just works that way. And then in this first pocket on the far left is it's the largest pocket on this taps panel, so that's both for the left and the right. And what I've done is, to be able to get this little bungee cord process, is I'll take this radio out. Okay. This isn't a genuine Harris radio, it's a replica. Starting to try and get into like comms and stuff like that, but very simple. I take the Spirited Systems, I bought some Spirited Systems spud pouches, and then with the spud pouches they come with this piece. I just rerouted the internal portion, put that there, and then obviously I can put a radio there. Okay, so that's that. Moving over, this right here is not the standard issue IFAK. Obviously there's two versions that the Army issues. There's like the really older bulky one. I like that one. I didn't think there was too many issues with it because of the insert and all that. But then also this one right here, this is the North American Rescue is the company, Eagle IFAK. I got two of them. They were on sale, last year, and I've been testing out different processes, different ideas, and specifically with this one, I like it better than the either of the Army issue ones, because what happens is that when it's on your side, the more stuff is on the side, and the further back it is, you're gonna end up hitting your elbow. And then for my body type, my arm length, and how I ride, wear this what's called taps panel, whether it's with my on body armor, off body armor, as a standalone rig, this specifically where it's at is perfect. Okay. I like it, and the internals of it, I'm not going to pop it open, but it comes with a little, almost like an insert. It's just a little pad. You can pull it out. It's bungee corded to the inside, and then it has all the stuff that you're going to need. Something else that I've done is I have right here, this is really expensive one. You don't really need this, but it's trauma shears. This is from Leatherman themselves. I'm a big fan of Leatherman. I think that they make probably some of the best multi-tools. This is just another multi-tool process, but what this is obviously trauma shears, but it has a glass breaker, seatbelt cutter, things of that nature. I'm not going to do a review on this, but I've taken a lanyard, okay, a little cheap lanyard, and so again, if I cut, I got a little go, I'm not going to lose it, okay. So really good product right there, and kind of idea is that you should be lanyarding your trauma shears, okay. And then obviously just put this in, it slides in there. There's a little slot back there, it's perfect. And then I do this, I have what's called tourniquets in these pockets. So starting over here, it's all going to be magazine pouches. Okay, so I got tourniquet, obviously magazines. If you watched my videos before, you know I'm a huge proponent of S-Tac Kiwi Talls. If anybody, this is your first time watching the video, one of my videos, so I have four loaded magazines, 4 S-Tac Kiwi Talls in the front portion. Okay, nothing special. These magazines will not come out. Okay, they don't come out on their own. That's because the way it's designed. But if I need to draw mags, it's perfect amount of retention. S-Tac Kiwi Talls, I recommend that. I think that it should be your first purchase when you're talking about gear. Okay. Coming over, I have another tourniquet right here. So there's 6 magazine pouches, but again, this first one over here and this one over here on basically the outsides of the first 4 are essentially not usable, and that's because when you're wearing this, I mean, unless you're a big boy, when you're wearing it, the way it folds, the cloth, it needs to kind of fold a certain way, so they don't fit magazines properly, and you're not going to be able to use them if they're in those slots anyway. Okay. So yeah, 2 tourniquets, IFAK, I got what's called dump pouch, 4 magazines. Now I need 2 more. So what I've done is I've taken a Spirited Systems mutant pouch. I recommend get the actual Spirited Systems mutant pouch. Support them. But if you really wanted to, you could get some Chinese knockoffs off of Amazon. They're essentially the same pouch. But what I've done here is I've side mounted, which ends up being front when it's folded like this, right? As you can see, a 2 mag pouch. You can also, if you're going to buy Spirited Systems split pouches, go ahead and attach a Spirited Systems split pouch instead there. But I use it actually, and this is a SOP thing. I have a, this is just iPro here, but I have a canteen cup in here. I also have a spare battery. You can put your nods here, not 31s, but if you're still running 14s or whatever, you can put a thermal in there, whatever it is of that sort. Right now I just have eyes and ears in here. Okay, and then I have part of the Spirited System mutant pouch. Again, it allows you to put a side or side mount a 2-row pouch. But over here, this is technically the radio pouch, but I don't use it for a radio pouch. I use it for a Leatherman. I think I'll do a separate video just on this whole setup right here, but this, you could probably build a house with this thing. Okay, and so that's the kind of gist. I'll leave this out for the next one. Alright, and then again, I did the same thing that I did over here with the radio pouch. I've set it up to be the same thing. Okay, so this is the full tap setup. I don't have anything back here, but if I wanted to, I could put, you know, notepads, other little things back here, but I typically not putting anything in the rear there because I just don't really need to, right? Licking and chews and things of that nature. Alright, so I'm going to reattach this real quick. Okay. And then I'm going to throw it on so I can see. Okay. So that goes over to the top. There we go. And at the sides. Alright, one, two, okay. Alright, so it's on. If I can find this, okay. It's the bottom one. Here's the other one. There we go. It's a little cold here, so my hands aren't working that well. Okay, and here we go. So, I don't know what you can see, but if I wanted to, right? Yeah, obviously, oh yeah, obviously I got my water source and all this. Put this back here, get out of the way. So now I have my rig, right? This is just chest right now, nothing fancy. But one of the benefits of being able to do this is if I had like a slick plate carrier like this, I could go ahead and throw this whole thing over the top of that. Okay. Oh, and here's another, I guess, benefit to doing things the way I did it. I did it specifically like this so that getting in the prone, as you can see, this whole thing is flat. I know someone's probably wondering, hey, this side-mounted magazine pouch, is it going to impede in getting it prone? No. When it's folded, when it's around your body like this, it actually just ends up being perfect. All right, so go ahead and throw this on. Got a generally slick plate carrier. So this is this plate carrier is a defense mech. Oh my god. It's Defense Mechanisms MEPC. This front placard is the T-Rex Arms triple flap. We'll kind of talk about how I use that anyway, but here we go. Go over the top. Okay. Alright, same thing. Clipping in. One. And the second one. And now I have this. I have these little shoulder straps. Can't remember the company I got them from. Maybe it was for a Spear. I really can't remember, but I like them. I like these little shoulder pads, shoulder straps, whatever I want to call them. And then this will keep it sliding all over the place. And here we go. So now, again, so I have a radio, right? I'm going to slide this in. Here you have the regular radios, route it, you know, all the stuff you got to do with radios in general. All right, and so now I have full combat load. I have medical on the left. Nothing's double stacked. I can, you know, swing my arms as necessary. A little bit weirder on the right side, just because, you know, mutant pouch is mutant pouch. This right here, generally, you know, it's a decent setup. Only then this the thing right here. It has a tubular. That's some tubular nylon. Right. Oh, that was loud. Okay, and that's everything right there. I'll leave that. But I want to take this off. And there you have it. Okay. So, again, a lot of the benefits of this is you're able to get down on the prone really well. You have access to all your magazines, pretty easy, you know, reloading, all the things you got to do. You are meeting, you know, whatever kind of unit SOPs or requirements there are. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this. Let me know what you guys think. I hope I didn't miss anything. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments and then I'll get back with you. Peace.